The wild style always been a foul child. My guns go boom boom and your guns go wow. Yeah.
What's up, guys? ControlCast here, bringing you a deck profile for my Bujin deck. I know I just brought you one, but you're getting another one. You want the Bujins, you can't handle the Bujins. But you're going to get it anyway, because I changed the build up actually quite a bit, and it's still kicking some ass. I brought it to my Thursday locals today and got first place with it, 1XL. Yeah, really good. Didn't see bad hands often, and when I did, I was able to play out of them. I made a few pretty clutch changes to the deck that I'll explain later that really helped me out. Had to adjust. Sorry about that. What else? Oh, yeah. Like I said, there are some clutch changes to it. I definitely recommend. And, you know, your locals might be different than mine, but at my locals, everybody's trying to play Bujins right now, and not a lot of the players are very good with it. So it's very easy to take advantage of that. If you're good at a mirror match, you'll instantly get a lot of match wins. Like, that's the reason I've got first at the past 2 locals I've gone to, because I know how to play the mirror match. So when I go up against it, it's no big deal to me. That's about it, guys. Shout out to Underground members X on either side. So X, Underground members X. Spidey from that channel actually dueled me on DevPro a bunch of times last night. Well, like 3 or 4. And we had some good matches, had some good talks and shit. He actually shouted out my channel, so I'm going to shout out his, even though he has like a bajillion subscribers, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, go check out their channel, guys. They're really good stuff on that channel. That's about it, guys. So without further ado, here's my updated Bujins. For the monster count here, we're going to have triple Yamato. Standard. Only one Mikazuchi. 1 is enough. Any more than that just gets cloggy. Triple Crane. Standard. Triple Turtle. I run 3/2 because it's too clutch in a mirror match not to have. 2 Quillin. Again, standard. I played 2 Bear. I talked about in my previous video wanting to bump this up to 2, so I went ahead and did it. It just gives you so much access into tanky. It helps you get rid of big problem monsters, and it really helps you push for a game. If they have like one set monster they're sitting on, and you're able to swing with this in Yamato, even go into a Cowboy afterwards, it's really clutch. The one Honest, and then since I bumped Bear up to 2, and tanky became so much more of an important card to me, I decided to tech this in. 1 Zephyros. It put in so much work today. Definitely the main deck tech of the day. It just something about going first, tanky, Yamato, add Crane, pitch Zephyros, and then next turn you have another tanky. So like even if they get rid of your Yamato, you're gonna have access to another one next turn. And if they don't get rid of it, then they're even more screwed, because the next turn you're just gonna get another tanky search. You can go into Bear or even a Mikazuchi. It's so clutch. I really like it. I don't think I'm gonna cut it now. Period. Even when the new support comes out. Triple tanky. Standard. You need to get your Yamatos. And on the same token here, 2 duality. The reason I don't play 3 is because even though you don't special summon a lot in this deck, you do special summon a very small amount, but when you do, it's really important, if that makes sense. So like if you're going into Suswano, odds are you need to go into Suswano, or else you wouldn't waste your resources and you just sit on a Yamato. So being able to have access into that is really clutch, but 2 is still a good number for me because it gives you, you know, like I said, more access into your tankies, more access into your Yamatos, etc. Then you play triple Lance to protect your Yamato, and on the same token you play double Space Typhoon. A lot of people have asked me why I play this instead of Centipede, because to be honest, I'd rather have a Turtle Engrave than a Centipede, and Space Typhoon does the same thing except better, because it's, you know, it's a faster answer. I was playing against Zach Wilkinson from my locals today, and he flipped Decree on me, and I, you know, because I had the Space Typhoon, I was able to win that game because I did have a lot of clutch back row, and he probably would have OTK'd me if, you know, Decree would have been fine. 2 Kaiser. This is something that I'm probably going to cut once the new support comes out, but for now it's really good. Not a lot of decks right now can actually compete with this deck if they only have access to 1 monster. So it's really strong. I do side this out against Bujin mirror matches though, which at Millennium there's tons of, but I do main deck the 2. I feel like it's too strong of a card not to. And then for the 1-ofs, 1 book, 1 Dark Hole. Dark Hole's still really good because it's an answer to Yamato, and like I said, there are tons of Bujin players at my locals. It's basically, locals is essentially a competition to see who's the best player with Bujins. And not to brag, but this is my 2nd tournament in a row getting 1st place with it. Anyway, 2 Regalia of the Sword. So good. So good. I actually won one of my matches today because my opponent went all out, knowing that I had nothing in hand. And he declared his attack with like something like 1300 life left, and I had a Susano on board. And attack declaration, I flipped this, add Crane to hand. Monster count didn't change, so the attack goes through, and then damage calc, I dropped Crane for game. It was really, really good. That's why I play 2 guys, because like it recycles everything. 2 Fiendish, really, really good this format. I'd probably play 3 for now if I knew what to cut, if that makes sense. Like, I definitely want to fit a 3rd one in, but right now this build's so solid, I don't think I'm going to. Double Mirror Force. Yeah, I bumped it up to 2. Just another out to Yamato and Susano. If it punishes, you know, in the words of Ryan Pasnick, it punishes bad players, I guess. Like, they swing into the one and they don't learn their lesson, and then they swing to the other. I got played against Mermails today, and I opened really, really bad. I opened Quillin, double Mirror Force, double MST, top deck Lance, and I was like, well, shit. So I just set Quillin, and then set all 5, and then passed. And he just kept derping up his board and then swinging into Mirror Force. And he did it 2 turns in a row, and by the time that I was out of Mirror Forces, I had enough resources to go into Susano. So 2 is really, really good. 1 Compulse, yeah, it's kind of bad against Bujin, but at the same token, if they don't have a turtle engrave, or if they don't feel the need to put a turtle engrave, like in a mirror match, then it just punishes them. Like, they'll put a centipede engrave, and then I'll flip this on them, and they'll be very, very salty. 1 Bottomless, answer to Yamato, answer to Susano, answer to just about everything. 1 Torrential, just mass removal, and 1 Warning. Warning's really, really clutch, by the way. Don't ever not run Warning this format. I'll go to the side deck next. Double Max C, set it in against everything that specials like crazy. And if it's dead, you can always just pitch it with Yamato. I took it out of the main deck, though, for the bear, the 2nd bear, and the Zephyros. 2 DD Crow, self-explanatory. New card, 2 Soul Release. So good. Oh my god. If you resolve this for 3 or more, odds are you're going to win. You set it in against Bujins. On your turn, you get to get rid of all of their turtles, all of their Quillins, all of their centipedes, all of their Yamatos that they were hoping to Regalia back. So good. Like, even though it's not a quick play, not a lot of people side in regular spells, but this is such a strong card. People in my locals were hating on me for it, but it actually won me 2 of my matches today, so shout out to that card. 2 Encore, gets rid of Evil Swarms and Constellar and stuff. Even though you have a good matchup against them already, it is nice to have something decided against them, and this is just a really strong power card. 2 Divine Wrath, just about everything, to be honest. 2 Gozens, 2 DNA Surgery. I actually side this in just about every match because a lot of times my opponents will side in. I even side this in against Bujin, to be honest, because like if I'm sitting on something that they can't get rid of, then I can always flip DNA Surgery and call like Fish or something, just because that makes it so they can't use their Quillins, their turtles, actually they can still use turtles. They can't use their Quillins or cranes or centipedes or anything. So I only flip it if I'm already set up, but this actually is really strong against the mirror match, believe it or not. And then since Light Sworns have been popping up like crazy at my locals, 1 Starlight Road, because fuck JD. Oh, note on the Starlight Road, I will be putting a Stardust into my extra deck. I'm just yet to get around to it. I'll be taking out the Papillon Operative for it, so. Anyway, extra deck. 2 Susano. Really, really good. I explained it in the last video. I'll explain it again. If you don't run 2, you're stupid. I mean, if you can't afford 2, or if you just can't find 2, that's fine. But if you just choose to run 1, you're bad. Like, stop. 1 other dude, Kagutsuchi. Haven't used him yet, but his effect seems pretty clutch, so he's in there just for like situations. And then for like the light ones, I guess, 1 Star Liege, 1 Omega. Don't make them often, but when you do, it's usually like in a game-changing situation. 1 Maestroke, 1 Black Ship, finally got it. Woo! Shout out to Ken, it's actually his, still borrowing it though. 1 Diamond Dire, 1 Dweller, 1 Pearl, Cowboy. This whole extra deck's really pointless except for Suswano, to be honest. 1 Roach, 1 Utopia, 1 Pappy. Like I said, this is going to be a Stardust because I do run the Starlight Road on my side. Just yet to change it. And 1 Ouroboros. Matter of fact, on the video, it's going to be a YouTube first. We're going to do a deck switch kind of thing here going on. Let me just pull out my Stardust Dragon. Woo! And 1 Stardust. Yeah. So, that's it for the deck, guys. Stay tuned for an outro. And that was the deck profile, guys. I hope you liked that shit. Literally and figuratively. Like it down below. Subscribe and stuff. I always sub for sub. Gotta get back on that. It's been a couple days. But anyway, comment if you have any thoughts on the deck. My videos average a decent amount of views and a decent amount of likes, but I never get fucking comments. Comment if you think something about the deck, even if it's just something you like. If you like one of my decks, comment down below. Say, hey, such and such is a good card. I like that you run it. That's creative. Because I really appreciate that, guys. Even if it's something small, like I take it to heart. Like I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a very, very selfish person. I mean, not really, but like I do this because I feel like I have a lot of good ideas, and I feel the need to get them out there to people. And it's also something that I enjoy doing because I'm a narcissist and I like watching myself on YouTube. So yeah, let me know what you think about stuff. If you think there's anything that you would change, don't just tell me, hey, I don't like this. Say, hey, I don't like this, and this is why. Because I'll read it. Like, I read all the comments on all my videos, and, you know, if you have a valid point, then I'll definitely try changing stuff up. Duel me on DevPro, bro. I'm going to put a link. Not really a link, but I'm just going to put my ID down there. Duel me on Dueling Network. Just shoot me a message. Add me on Facebook. Do whatever you got to do. Yeah, I've been rambling for minute and 27 seconds now. I should probably shut up. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night, or day, or morning, or evening, or whatever time it is when you watch this. Have a good that. I'm gonna go the fuck to bed. See ya.